So let us, and he's taking very important basic topic, but at a very deeper level. So he always was very keen to address this to the Vidyapit group because they are into regular Shastra study. So let us welcome Prabhuji by loudly chanting 3 times. Hari Bol.
And let us welcome all of you with chanting of Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
So we can continue from the morning.
Yes, I will brief very little so that we can save time. This is the second session on the topic, very important topic that we actually sing every day, which is the Guruvashtakam, which is known as the Mangal Arati Samsara Damana. So I welcome all of you in this total. We're going to have 11 sessions. This is the second one. Is that right? 11. You're not getting sound?
It's in process.
No. It's my.
Your input box.
I don't know. Now? Again, where is the technical person?
Is it?
No, go ahead, but we have my own life. You're getting now?
Nice.
This live is going on?
No. It is the Bhaktivedanta Bhagavad group. They are not getting
The audio?
the audio.
So you can share the same link? This link?
I can, yes. Okay. Alright, but then why is this not doing it?
Yeah, it's
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So again, like I was saying, this is the second session out of the 11 on Guruvashtakam. We sing these prayers every day, and these are the symptoms of the pure devotees or acharyas who actually are in our Gaudiya line. The Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, especially in the line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu or the Rupanugas. So before I quickly start, I would like to get a little bit of an idea about the Bhaktivedanta Vidyapit here at GEV. If you all can quickly introduce yourselves. You are studying your name and your
Shyamari Sudarshan Das here. I am currently studying 10th canto.
You're studying 10th canto. Very nice. Prabhuji?
My name is Rasidi Das. I am studying the 3rd canto Bhakti Yoga.
Very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, I'm Balaram Das. I'm just jumping in. I'm studying with the 10th canto group, but I've only been here a couple of days.
Okay, well, welcome anyways. Very well.
Hare Krishna, I am Prabhavananda Das. I am studying 3rd canto.
3rd canto.
Krishna, the Rishivari Das. I am studying 3rd canto.
Sorry? 3rd canto. Okay.
Hare Krishna, myself Rasvilas Das, I'm a community member.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, my name is Mahaprabhu Kripadas. I am studying 3rd canto.
3rd canto. Very nice.
Hare Krishna, Veera Govindas name. So I am studying 10th canto.
Hare Krishna. What chapters are you in presently in the 10th canto? The 10th canto students?
56th chapter.
56. Okay.
Hare Krishna Guruji, my name is Vaibhav. I am in 3rd canto.
3rd canto.
We are in 25th chapter.
Very nice chapter.
Devotions.
Instructions of Devati.
Yeah.
Go to Devati by Kapil Dev.
Hare Krishna Guruji, I am
was captivated, so I came here.
It's my honor. Thank you. Mataji, here. Third canto.
She's one of the senior counselors in Radha Gopinath Bhakti Samaj.
It's my honor, Mataji, to have your association. So, and of course, please introduce yourself. Everybody knows you, but
Myself, Radha Matan Gopal Das, I've been serving here in GEV. Different departments.
Rajhams Das, I am also serving in Govardhan Eco-Village here.
thank you all again. Some of you were there in the earlier session today, and some of you all have just joined. So those who have just joined, you all can go online on the GEV Live YouTube website, and you can at your leisure or on your own time, if you wish, you can listen to this morning session. So this morning, what we established is who our acharyas are in Radha Krishna's Nitya Leela. And how fortunate we are that we have such great acharyas in this line of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Rupa Goswami. We don't know how good our fortune is. As a matter of fact, one Prabhupada disciple, he personally told me, His Grace Prathu Prabhu, I think he's originally from Germany. In Vrindavan, he told me that Prabhupada told me that I have brought great fortune to you. So, it is indeed, but we don't know how great Prabhupada is. Honestly speaking, how great our Acharya is. But we can try to get a glimpse. And when we make a sincere attempt, then over a course of time, when our sadhana, Vaidhi Bhakti sadhana is good, then the other doors will open, which will lead to Raganuga Bhakti or Vraj Bhakti. So, Raganuga Bhakti is a very important component if we want really enter into the Vrindavan pastimes. Now, I've said this in many of my presentations or lectures, that His Divine Grace said that if you chant minimum 16 good rounds and follow the 4 regulative principles, you will go home back to Godhead in this lifetime. It is true. Srila Prabhupada said that, and it is Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Te Koriyakya. It is Padma Vakya. Whatever the Acharya says, even Krishna has to comply. He has no choice, in one sense. Even if Krishna has to bend the rules, he will bend them. So, previously, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur in the Gaudiya, it was minimum 64 good rounds. And when in the beginning, when Prabhupada came to New York, and he said tomorrow, during that very first batch, he said tomorrow is Janmashtami, we will initiate you. So there was the first batch, and then you will be following the 4 regulative principles, and you are not getting audio on your group? Is there? Okay. So Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur had set the standard of 64 minimum good rounds, and here Srila Prabhupada, when he was about to initiate, so at that time Professor Howard Wheeler, who later on became Hayagriva Prabhu or Hayagriva Swami, Prabhupada said, tomorrow you will get initiated and you will follow the 4 regulative principles and minimum 64 good rounds. So immediately he said, Swamiji, not possible, and he started counting, because at that time it used to take them anywhere from 11 to 12 minutes per round. So if you multiply that, it would take, I think, somewhere around 11 hours or 12 hours just to finish 64 rounds. So impossible. So Prabhupada smiled and said, okay, minimum 32. And they said, no, Prabhupada-ji, 6-7 hours, not possible. So then minimum 16 good rounds, that's it. So our Acharya, according to time, place and circumstances, can be flexible. But we are not flexible. We don't have that authority. As a matter of fact, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada said, if you don't chant 1 lakh names, which is equivalent to 64 rounds, Krishna will not even take a look at your offering. I think he has got 26 instructions in his Uddeshavali. One of the instructions is that. But our Prabhupada is so kind, he knew that in the beginning it will be very hard for these devotees, and that has kind of become the normal standard. But we, if we want to really advance nicely, then we have to, it is our own onus. Just like in this Bhaktivedanta Vidyapit, whoever your teacher is who is teaching the cantos will teach you diligently, but ultimately it is also your onus, the student's onus, how well you receive the instructions and how well you follow them, and how well you want to really advance with flying colors when it comes to the final test. Am I right or wrong? So that onus is there on us. And when our onus is there, meaning we have to understand that who we are. I'm just quickly recapping this morning. What is our goal? Most of the ISKCON devotees, when we ask that what is your ultimate goal, they all say Krishna Prem. But what kind of Krishna Prem? Krishna Prem has got many nuances and delineations. And if we don't know, at least informational purpose, realization maybe it may take many lifetimes, not necessarily this lifetime. But at least we know. As I was giving you the example, a few years ago, a decade or so ago, I did not even know about GEV. But once I came to know about GEV, then the desire came that I will visit GEV. Similarly, for anything, whether it is academia, academics or any other, even spiritual subject matters, Shravanam is the first thing, and for which our aspirations will build up within our heart to get there, to that point. Srila Prabhupada said that yes, you chant minimum 16 good rounds and follow the 4 regulative principles, you will go back to Godhead. But back to Godhead is a very big realm, very big place. 75% of the spiritual world is back to Godhead, in which most of it is Vaikuntha, and then there is parts in Krishna Loka where there is Dwarka and Mathura. But he did not say back to Vrindavan or Golok Vrindavan. See, he chooses his words very carefully. Not all of us will be eligible to enter Go. We think that we are going to end up there. We can only end up there until and unless we do not come on the Raganuga platform, that we cannot enter. Raghunath Das Goswami has also mentioned that in Manasiksha, that one has to study and serve and practice Krishna consciousness under a Ragatmika Bhakta. And one time, Jamuna Mataji, Prabhupada disciple, said that when we have heard that we have to follow in the footsteps of Brijvasis, so Prabhupada, where can we find if we want to advance into Raganuga Bhakta? And Prabhupada said humbly, I am that Brijvasi. So we have to take our Krishna consciousness very seriously. Not only Vaidhi Bhakti, yes, we will continue. God knows, Krishna knows how long. But at least on an informational purpose, our goal is thus not Vaidhi Bhakti Sadhana. Our goal is to enter Vrindavan. Because all our acharyas, they are in that domain or in that realm, serving Radha Krishna in their eternal pastimes, and especially out of the 5 rasas, it is the conjugal rasa or madhurya rasa. So for that we have to qualify. Just like some of you all will at the end of your courses will qualify to get the Bhakti Vaibhav degrees, etc. or Bhakti Vedanta. That qualification is required. And the minimum qualification is at least theoretically passing. Sometimes some devotees ask me, as a side note, that Prabhu, should we do Bhakti Shastri and all these courses that are offered at VIHE or different Bhakti Vedanta institutes? I said, sure, do that. It was Prabhupada's desire. But at the same time, it's a double-edged sword, a fine line. If after or during these courses is our attachment for Krishna increasing, or is our ego, false ego increasing? Sometimes we find that those who are very academically advanced in the material world, and even in this domain, in a subtle way, ahankar seeps in. Holier than thou, I'm better than the others. That kind of attitude comes in, knowingly or unknowingly, that happens. So that is very dangerous for all of us. Because if it doesn't develop further humility, and if it does not develop rati, attachment to Krishna, then it is Sramayevahi Kevalam. Then it is like those orthodox Brahmins who simply know the Vedas. But what does Brahma Samhita say? Vedesha Durlabham Adarlabham Atma Bhakto Govindamati Purushottam. So this is something that I thought that I will share with this class. So our acharyas, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has composed this Samsara Davanal song. Along with that, he has composed many other wonderful Rasik books. And we will be eligible someday or in some lifetime to really understand those that will help us get into the Raganuga Bhakti. And our acharyas are not ordinary. As I was mentioning this morning, very quickly I will recap. Somebody asked Prabhupada, who are you in the eternal pastimes of Radha and Krishna? And he said, if I tell you, you will faint. So he kept that a secret. Especially because the qualification adhikar is required. Without adhikar, if somebody even, supposing if you and Lord Krishna and Radharani walk into this classroom, how many of us will really have that ecstatic symptoms like Pundrik Vidyanidhi, who simply saw the peacock feather and he started rolling on the ground. You all remember that? Anybody? Do we have any of that? Do we have that faith? Some of us will think, oh, it is somebody dressed up very nicely, like Radha and Krishna, and like in a drama, and they have come in. But we will not have that strong faith. At least I don't have it. Theoretically, yes, I'm speaking so many things, but I'm also seeking the blessings of Vaishnava so that I can get that realization one day. But information, as I said, information and determination, the desire will make us deserve, and it will take us there one day. But if we don't have information, then we will be stuck on simply we will be simply stuck on a theoretical platform or on the Vaibhava of Krishna or Bhagavad Gita. And again, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with Bhagavad Gita. We need that. These are the fundamentals. Prabhupada said that unless and until we systematically study Bhagavad Gita properly, then Srimad Bhagavatam, and then Chaitanya Charitamrita. There is a chair right there. So systematically, and even 10th canto, first 9 cantos systematically, as I'm sure you all are doing, and then those who have entered the 10th canto have systematically studied the 9th canto, correct? That way, there are no doubts and there are no whimsical thoughts, and that will lead to offenses will take place when we study the wonderful transcendental activities of Krishna. The Janma Karma Chami Divyam, they are transcendental. So it is not something that is up for speculation. Only the pure devotees can give us that. So our acharyas, so Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur is Nayana Manjari. Srila Gaur Kishore Babaji Maharaj is Guna Manjari. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakurji's Kamla Manjari. Srila Jagannath Babaji Maharaj is Rasik Manjari. And Srila Baldev Vidya Bhushan, etc. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is Vinod Manjari. And like that, Narottam Das Thakur Champaklata Manjari, Srila Sanatan Goswami, Lavanga Manjari, Rupa Goswami, Rupa Manjari, Raghunath Das Goswami, Rati Manjari or Tulsi Manjari, known by both names. And also Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, Rasa Manjari, Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami, Goda Manjari, and Jiva Goswami, Vilas Manjari. Loknath Goswami, Manjulali Manjari, just to name a few, and then Krishnaraj Kaviraj Goswami is Kasturi Manjari. So these are all the inner groups of Srimati Radharani. There are four kinds of camps of generalizing, four kinds of camps of gopis. So Paksha Gopi means those gopis who are within, who are completely within the camp of Srimati Radharani, and their symptoms are that they feel everything that Srimati Radharani feels. Her pain, her anguish, her bliss, her happiness, etc. And they know everything without even asking of them. Radharani doesn't have to ask them. So we will, when we come to verse number 6, we will go a little bit into detail about what is the meaning of real seva. That we shall kind of touch upon. So they feel, and then the other groups are the Vipaksha Gopi. Vipaksha Gopi means opposite camp, like Chandraali, Padma, Shaibya, etc. So there are two in Sanskrit or in Bengali. There is Dakshin Bhav, the rightist, and Bamya Bhav, the leftist. Bamya Bhav is Srimati Radharani and all the gopis and manjaris who are under her. That is Bamya Bhav. And Dakshin Bhav is all the different gopis who are there in Vraj also and in other quarters of the spiritual domain, like Dwarka also, etc., like Rukmini, Satyabhama ji, etc., Jamvati, the 16,108 wives of Krishna. And in Vraj, Radharani's younger cousin Chandravali, she is the daughter of King Bhanu. So she is in the opposite camp. And what does the opposite camp do? Everybody wants Krishna. There's no doubt about that. Everybody wants Krishna. But their wanting Krishna is different from the wanting of Krishna of Srimati Radharani and her kinkaris. Kinkaris means that word you all may have heard. Kim means what, and kari means kim means what, and kari means do. What can I do? So that also we will discuss in the 6th verse, because it is very, it's getting more and more condensed as we advance in all the verses of the Guruvashtakam. So these kinkaris of Radharani, or the different, even there are delineations. There is Priyanarma Sakhis, which are the Ashta Sakhis, and there is Pran Sakhis, which are the Manjaris. And this morning, those who are not there, who are the Manjaris? How many of you have heard about Manjaris before? So most of you all, that's very nice. So in a nutshell, Manjaris are the very young age, the adolescent young girls in Vraj. And the gopis are they are still teenagers, but much older than them. Okay, so they're right around the age of Srimati Radharani, like Lalita, Vishaka, etc. But the Manjaris, most of them are much younger, 2, 3, 4 years younger than Srimati Radharani or the Ashtasakis also. And their seva is very special, much more in one sense than Lalita and Vishaka, although they guide them. Lalita, Vishaka and the Ashtasakis, they guide them, but that means their seva is even sometimes more intense and more than that of the Ashtasakis or the Priyanarma Sakis. It's much more than that and much more confidential. In Radha Krishna's confidential pastimes, they are present, whereas the Ashtasakis like Lalita, Vishaka, are not present. So their importance is of great importance, especially in all of these acharyas that we have in our Gaudiya line. They are those because they have that privilege of entering Radha Krishna's confidential pastimes, and they actually have heard that when the sometimes Radharani says that I will make you my Sakhi, like Raghunath Das Goswami. She in Vilap Kusum Manjali, that offer was made. Radharani actually uh, offers that you are Manjari, but I will make you my Sakhi. So she refuses as Rati Manjari. No. Can anybody guess why? I'm going to make it a little interactive so that and again, this is not a test. Please don't feel like that. Any good attempt, Krishna takes that into consideration. So, why would, and none of the Manjaris, they do not want the position of a gopi. I think I just gave the answer 2-3 seconds ago. Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, because they get more opportunity to be in the intimate association of Radha Krishna.
Very nice. Very, very nicely, yes. So, one time I had heard that after Lord Ramachandra, he came back to Ayodhya, and in the Ram Darbar, all his associates were there. So, somebody asked in that assembly to Sita Mata that who is the most worshipable? So, Sita Mata simply threw her veil with sidelong glances towards Lord Ramachandra. She indicated that my husband Lord Ram is the most worshipable. That same question was posed to Lakshman. So Lakshman said, Sita and Ram both, they are my worshipable. They asked Bharat. So Bharat said, Sita, Ram and Lakshman. And Shatrughna was asked the same question. So he said, Sita, Ram, Lakshman and Bharat. When they asked Hanumanji, who is the most worshipable? So he said, all 5 of them for me, and their devotees are most worshipable for me. So here, if we take that analogy, when the Manjaris get the opportunity to serve in the intimate association and the bliss that they derive out of that association, they actually offer that bliss to Srimati Radharani. This is a very important concept. Please make note of this in your hearts, or if you have to write it down, please write it down. See, we do have this verse in the Bhagavad Gita, Yat Karosi Yat Asnasi, right? Whatever you do, you offer it to Krishna. But how many of us, honestly speaking, when we get that happiness, have you ever said, Sri Prabhupada, can I offer you this happiness? This happiness is for you. Or Radha Krishna, this is for you. So it's like, it is subtle. It is not something physical that you offer a flower or you offer bhoga with so many different varieties. But it is your heart, the bliss that makes you happy. Even when you offer that, that is considered the highest offering.